Is your marketing draining your energy? Do you feel as if you're overpowered by all the marketing tasks and things that you have to do when it comes to promoting your business? Today, I'm going to share 5 things that you need to stop and 5 tips to do that are going to stop you drowning in that feeling of overwhelm when it comes to actually marketing your business. So over the past couple of weeks, I've talked about marketing audits and shown you how to actually perform a marketing audit on your business and on how you are showing up online, as well as going through what a marketing strategy is. And I'll put the links to those videos below, because we've found one of the biggest issues when it comes to overwhelm is actually not having a structure. One of the things that I've found in the last nearly 9 years since I've been running my business and literally gone from being just a solo digital marketer to actually running a marketing agency is having those structures and those systems in place so that you don't get overwhelmed with everything that you have to do. So one of the first things is to stop, take a breath, take a step back and have a look at, do a bit of an audit and have a look at exactly how you're showing up online. And then from there, have a look at your strategy or your lack of one and start putting a bit of a plan in place. So one of the first issues that I find is not actually setting any goals for what it is that you want to do. For a lot of people, it's, well, I need to show up on Facebook or I need to post on LinkedIn. That's what everybody's telling me to do. Having an idea of success and an idea of what you want to achieve is not enough. You really need to have specific, measurable goals that you can take action on that will actually help you create that level of success that you want. If you've got a goal to get 5 new clients, it's not just a case of just putting it out there and saying, okay, I'm going to attract 5 new clients. You've got to be specific. You've got to give yourself a timeline and say, okay, within the next 90 days, I'm going to be enrolling 5 new clients. Because you have a timeline, it's not open-ended, and you become a lot more specific on how you can actually measure your progress. So you may have heard people talking about having SMART goals. So it's specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. And that's really important when it comes to setting up your marketing and not giving in to that overwhelm. The second thing that I find, especially with small business owners, because you are basically all things to all people, is not creating a simple marketing plan. And as I've said before, I've actually done very specific videos on this, showing you exactly how to set up a marketing strategy and a bit of a marketing plan. So I'll put those links below. But actually having a plan in place will help you stay focused when it comes to specific strategies so that you can actually achieve your goals. Working in batches of 3 months is the best way to go because you don't feel like things are taking forever. And again, it puts some time in place and it's enough time to actually start seeing some traction and start seeing some results with what you can do. So 90 days is a short enough period that you're not going to be overwhelmed, but it's long enough to actually see some results and actually mapping out some exact steps. So one of the things that we do is actually have for every single one of our clients is actually have a topic planner. So this is the one that we actually have in place for Marketing Leap, and we divide it up into weeks. We have a specific topic for that particular month, and that topic then becomes the overarching theme for the month. So then from there we can divide it down into individual specific topics each week, and it gives us a guideline of exactly what we're going to be doing throughout the year. And that straight away gives the team a really clear system and a really clear strategy. And as a business owner, it really isn't that hard to set up. If you're interested in getting a copy of this particular template that we have, comment below and I'll send it to you, because it's a great way of mapping out exactly how you're going to show up online. And again, because you have a bit of a system in place, it stops with the overwhelm. I do recommend having a scheduling tool. I'll actually put the link to that video below as well, where I run through a whole series of different scheduling tools that you can use when it comes to showing up online, so you don't feel as if you're consistently behind the 8 ball with what you're doing. That brings me to the third thing that a lot of business owners tend to do, is allowing their emotions to basically create their reactions to things, because they're not be consistent. And you'll hear people say time and time again that consistency is key, regardless of what you're doing. Whether you're training or you're trying to lose weight or you're trying to grow your business, being consistent is the key to everything. Plus the fact that, especially here in Australia, we are renowned stalkers, and we are very good at stalking people online. You don't really say much, but you still have an idea, and you don't realize until you go out and you meet people and they go, oh, I saw what you did on Facebook the other day. So being consistent, even if people don't actively comment, is really important, because you don't know who's actually watching things. I had someone connect on LinkedIn just last week, and his first comment was, I love the video you did on XYZ. And he hadn't commented, I had no notification that he'd watched, but he found it informative and interesting enough that he wanted to connect with me on LinkedIn. So you never know who's watching, and being consistent is so important. And when you're consistent, having a bit of a structure to how you show up. So when you're actually creating information and creating content for online, making sure that you've got those headlines that grab attention, that actually intrigue your ideal audience and encourage them to read on. Then secondly, making sure that you have a clear definition of whatever problem it is that we're going through, and you can actually clearly define who it is that you're talking to. From there, in your post and in your captions and what you're putting out there, you can then give them a solution of how you're going to solve their problems and make their lives better. And if possible, give some evidence of how your solution has helped other people. So whether it's through testimonials or social proof or something along those lines that actually give your ideal client some credibility that you do know what you're talking about. And then finally, having a clear call to action. One of my favorite sayings is that people are silently begging to be led. So if you need people to take a particular action, you've got to tell them what to do. So, which is why I constantly talk about previous videos that I've done. So you can go back and have a look, click on them, and hopefully learn something. But again, having that consistency where you're showing up and you've got a clear structure in place when you're doing your content is so important. The fourth thing is being afraid to ask for help. As a small business owner, you are basically taking on every single role within your business 9 times out of 10. And one of the biggest obstacles that I've found is that people are either too afraid to ask for help, or they are completely overwhelmed with the amount of information that is out there. And one thing that I've found in my nearly 9 years is that you'll start going down this rabbit hole of looking for information and learning, and it just seems to be that everybody is always selling something at the end, which is one of the reasons why I do these videos, because it's purely about education and training and teaching you from the mistakes that I've made. In the last nearly 9 years, I've gone from being a solo digital marketer to actually running an agency, marketing agency with a team and offering a full service digital agency. And trust me, I've made all the mistakes under the sun. So the whole purpose of these videos is to train and educate you so that you don't make these mistakes. And it does make it easier when it comes to asking for help. And then the final thing is actually not blocking out time to get things done. This, when it comes to blocking out time, this is essentially my work calendar. And for everything that we do, and this is for my team as well, we block off specific time to get stuff done. And obviously I look after a large number of clients, so if we're not organised, we're not going to get any work done. But as a business owner, this is something that you can do to make sure that the most important tasks get done, and make sure that you are creating the content that you need to create, that you are showing up consistently. So blocking out time in your calendar is really important, because it will actually help you stick to that particular schedule that you've set for yourself. So I hope that has helped you somewhat. So like I said, the 5 areas that you really need to work on is setting your goals, having a specific plan in place. Now again, for Marketing Leap, we have very, very clear goals as far as how many people we want to grow our database from, how many people we want to grow our Facebook group by, how many clients we want to attract per month or how many projects we need to bring in. So having specific goals for your business is really important. And again, making sure that they are SMART goals, that they are specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. Then having a simple marketing plan that you can just get in, map it out, and then get on with the rest of what it is that you need to do is the second most important thing. The third thing is not allowing your emotions to take over and being consistent. So being consistent with how you show up, being consistent with how you post. And then of course the fourth thing is not being afraid to ask for help. If you're not sure how something works, ask. There's always plenty of people out there that are willing to help you. And then the fifth thing is not blocking off the time to get stuff done. So they're the 5 things that you really need to do as a small business owner just to stop the overwhelm when it comes to running your business. So I hope that has been of some value to you today. If you have any questions, if you'd like a copy of the topic planner that I showed you earlier, then please just comment below and I'll send a blank one through to you, because it is such a great way when it comes to really just planning your marketing and getting that consistency happening. So in the meantime, guys, happy planning, and hopefully you don't have too much overwhelm when it comes to marketing your business, and I will see you again next week. Bye for now. If you'd like to learn more about how to grow your business online and how to get business success without being continually overwhelmed, then make sure you click the subscribe button below, and don't forget to click the bell so you get notified every single time we upload a brand new training video.